Vanakkam Makkale! Welcome back to the Tamil channel. In our last video, we looked at the 30 primary letters of the Tamil alphabet. Today, we're going to look at the 216 compound letters. We're not going to look at all of them, but I'm going to go through the compound letters and explain to you how to make or form compound letters, when to use them, and some rules that are useful to know. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Today we're going to look at Uyirmei Eluttukal. So as the name suggests, Uyirmei Eluttukal are made up of Uyir and Mei Eluttukal, so vowels and consonants. If you want to learn what the Uyir and Mei Eluttukal in Tamil are, check out our previous video. When you combine the 18 consonants with the 12 vowels, you get 216 compound letters. You don't really need to know all of them because not all of them are in use, but it is useful to know how to make the compound letters so that you can just make them using the primary letters that you've already learned. I always say, once you learn the 30 primary letters, the rest is easy. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to identify compound letters and how to write them using some tips and tricks. When combining consonants and vowels, there is a rule. So generally, you combine a consonant with a vowel. So in this case, ik and a, which makes ka, the compound letter ka. So what letter would you make with a and ik? Is it still ka? No. So if it's a and ik, then it stays the same. So for you to be able to make the compound letters, you have to start off with the consonant letter, follow and combine it with the vowel letter, so that you get ka. So even when you pronounce ka, you see how the letter, the sound starts with the consonant ik, ka. So when you say ka, you can hear the ik sound at the beginning, followed by the vowel sound. If it's a and ik, then it stays the same, ak. We're going to use ik or compound letters of ik today as an example, but you should be able to generalize these rules to all the other compound letters as well. So the first one is ik and a. So as you can see here, it's ik. So ka is basically ik minus the dot. So when you take away the dot, it makes the first compound letter, ka. So this is the same rule for all the other consonants as well. If you want to make a compound letter of the consonant plus a, all you have to do is remove the dot on top. Okay, similarly, let's use ich as the next example. We're going to combine it with the same vowel, so ich and a, to make the compound letter of ich and a, to make sa. Basically, all you have to do is remove the dot from the ich. So there you go, that's sa. A quick note here as well, sa isn't always pronounced sa, sometimes as cha or ja as well. There are some grammatical rules, but generally, when a word starts with sa, it's pronounced sa. Now let's combine the consonant ik with a. So the telltale sign of compound letters of a is the add over here. So if you combine ik and a, you get ka. So as you can see, this is the standard letter, ka. So this is the ik minus the dot plus the add over on the right hand side, ka. Similarly for ich as well, if you want to combine ich and a together, you get cha or sa. And here as well, it's minus the dot with the adaver on the right side. What's adaver? This character here is called adaver. It's not a letter because it doesn't have a sound on its own, but in this case, it's used to express the a compound letter. Next, we've got I. So we're going to combine ik and I, which makes ki. Now here you can see it's got the viscery on top. So all compound letters of I, you will see that they have a viscery on top. Ki. So similarly with ich, if we combine ich and I, we get si. And similar to ki, si also has a viscery on top. Next up, I. So let's combine ik and I. Now here, it's similar to the viscery, but it's got a circle at the end. So it's called suli viscery. Ik and I makes ki. And similarly for ich as well, ich and I makes si. So you can see the viscery stays the same for both letters. And that's the same for the rest of the 18 consonants as well when you combine them. Not 18, 16. U and oo, they're the only ones I would say they're not regular, simple, because there are 3 or 4 different ways the letters can be written based on what letter they are. There are rules to it, so I've got a link in the description below. So if we look at ku and su as an example, so combining ik and u, and then also ich and u, you've got ku and su. You can see they look a bit similar, but it's not just, adding just one character or a symbol next to it and then that's it. So the letter gets modified a little bit, and for example, if you look at pu or mu or even bu, it's a little bit different. So this is going to be the same for oo as well. Now there is consistency between oo and oo, So it's not just a random mix of letters or signs, but as you can see here, so if we look here for oo, so uk and oo makes ku, ich and oo makes su. Now if we compare ku with ku, su with su, you can see they're connected in a way. So it's not completely random. But there are differences between the different consonant letters. So I would say if you had to remember or memorize letters, I would say the oo and oo compound letters are worth memorizing. Oo and oo are the only exceptions. The rest is normally very, very simple. It's just the same letters or symbols that you add to the right or the left or both sides of the letters. Next we've got e. So we're going to combine ik with e, which gives us ke. And then also ich with e, which gives us se. So as you can see, ke and se have an otta combo on the left, on the left side of the letter. So next we've got the ratta combo. So for compound letters of a, so combine ik with a and ich with a, as you can see here. So for ik and a, it's ke, and then for ich and a, it's se. So here you can see the ratta combo on the left side of the letter. Next we've got compound letters of I. So here we're going to combine the consonant ik with I, which gives us kai. Kai is also a one-letter word. Do you know what it is? Kai means hand or arm. For kai, we've got the sangli combo on the left side of the letter. So this is called the sangli combo. So same for ich as well. Ich plus I makes sai. So we've got the sangli combo again. It's the same for all the other letters as well. Next one is o, or compound letters of o. So to make compound letters of o, combine ik with o for ko and ich with o for cho or so. So here you can see it's got two symbols either side. So we've got the otta combo on one side and then the aravo on the other side. If you remove the otta combo, it's ka. And if you remove the aravo and just have the otta combo, then it's ke. But you have to have both for it to be ko. Similarly for ich as well, we've got so. So we've got the otta combo on the side and then aravo on the other side. Next we've got o. So compound letters of o. Now this time, we're going to have the aravo there on the right side, but on the left side, instead of the otta combo, we're going to have the ratta combo. So here, for ko, we've got the ratta combo, ka, and then the aravo. For so, it will be ratta combo, sa, and then the aravo. So, last but not least, ao. So compound letters of ao. Let's do ik plus ao is cow. Now, this is a bit complicated. Now, compound letters of ao don't really appear a lot in the Tamil vocabulary anyway, so you don't have to worry too much about it. It's personally, like all the compound letters of ao, I wouldn't really learn. It's good to know if you like learning letters and, knowing the grammar, but it's not really necessary for you to be able to read because there are a handful of letters with a handful of words with ao in it, or compound letters of ao in it, so you can save some time just leaving it out. But here, just for the purpose of doing the lesson here, so we've got ik and ao. So we've got the otta combo, ka, and then the la letter. So it's similar, it's the same letter as for la. So in this case, it will be read together as cow. Technically, this can be read as kala as well, because ka and then la. But yeah, cow is the same letter as well. And similar to sao as well. It's got otta combo, sa, and then the la letter. So in this case, la is not the actual letter we use for the letter la. In this case, I don't know what it's called actually. If anyone knows what this character is called for the sound ow, let me know in the description below. But yeah, so this is what we have for cow and sow. In order to get any of the other compound letters, you just have to follow the system of combining the consonant with the vowel to get the compound letters. If you want a printable alphabet table, check out our website for a PDF version. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe and please share this video with everyone you know. We shall see you guys in the next video. Nandri Vanakkam!